Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, one more movie review. I was able to sneak off to see a last second movie before seeing Deadpool, and I just haven't had a chance to do this movie review yet. But but yeah, I was really glad I was able to get into this one because it was very limited in the showings, but I just happened to find one that I was able to just fit perfectly, and I'm really glad I was because it was a really good one. It's called Oddity. It's another one of my infamous horror movies. Kind of oddball, off the wall. You may not have heard of it. You may not have had any desire to see it, but it was definitely worth seeing. By the time you see this, it may already be out of your theaters, but if it's still there, check it out. If not, when it comes on streaming, definitely watch it. But let's talk about it a little bit. Let's see here. It is written and directed by Damian McCarthy. Stars Gwilym 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 Lee, Carolyn Bracken, and Tadag Murphy. Pretty sure it's an Irish movie, and they're all Irish actors, actors and actresses. Pretty sure. Kind of based on some Irish folklore, I believe. But a psychic medium attempts to uncover the truth behind her sister's murder at the site of the crime. Okay, so let's talk about the actors and actresses real quick here before I talk about the movie too much. Gwilym, I'm going to say Gwilym Lee. Gwilym Lee plays Ted Timmis, who is I'm going to say he's a doctor of some sort, psychiatrist possibly. He works at a psychiatric institute, mental institute, whatever the correct word for that is these days. And working with people who have been incarcerated due to their mental instability. Then you have Carolyn Bracken, who plays both Darcy and Danny, two twin sisters. Yeah, let's see. Does it clarify? I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure Danny is the sister that passes away, and Darcy's the sister that tries to uncover what happened. Pretty sure. Sorry if I made a mistake on that one. But yeah, so let's see. Where do we know them from? But they're the two main leads. There's some other big roles in this, but let's say they're the two main leads. Where do we know Gwilym from? If we know him from anything, because like I said, these are Irish actors in an Irish movie, so we may not know them from anything. Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh yeah, of course. Oh my goodness, yes, he is Brian May in Bohemian Rhapsody. Very good. Yeah, very familiar, but I just didn't realize it. Now I feel silly. Okay, he was Brian May in Bohemian Rhapsody. He was in a couple of other TV series other than that. Let's see. He's done some voice acting, some video game acting, voice work. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that you might know him from. The Last Witness, Captain John Underwood. Jamestown, Samuel Castell in Jamestown. Actually, that might be something I want to go back and check out. What is this from? Is this a Netflix thing? Looks kind of interesting. Anyways, tangent. Let me come back to what I was doing. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So this guy was Brian May in Bohemian Rhapsody. All right. He does a solid role in this movie. Spoilers, let me not do spoilers yet. Okay. And then Carolyn Bracken, what do we know her from? A TV series called The Gone, a movie called You Are Not My Mother, a movie called The Quiet Girl, Stormtroopers. Okay, so she's more, you probably haven't seen her in anything. All right. So also, very solid. She plays two different characters. They are twin sisters. They do look a little bit alike. They do obviously look mostly alike, but their hair is different. Different mannerisms. She does a good job of acting them as two completely different people. Solid, solid. All right, then you got Tadag Murphy plays Olin Boole, Boyle, Boole. I think it's Boyle. Anyways, Tadag, Tadag. What do we know him from? Boy Eats Girl? No. Wrath of Man? Okay, Wrath of Man. The Northman? Okay. Yes. Yes, he was Eric Blazei in The Northman. And he was in Alexander. He was a dying soldier in Alexander. Okay, never mind. Oh, he's going to be in the new Time Bandits TV series. Okay, very fun. Very fun. Anything else? No, nope, that's it. Solid, solid, conflicted character. Like he's definitely a supporting character. Isn't in the movie that much, but basically, okay. So let's do. Let's see. Anybody else? Let's see. Steve Wall is Ivan. He's kind of a main character, so we'll go over him. What's he known for? Dune Part Two. He was Bashar. He was in The Witcher as Boholt. Raised by Wolves as Ambrose. I remember him from Raised by Wolves. Okay, okay. He was also in the English TV series. Anything else? Deadshot. Quinn. Okay. Anyways. Anybody else I want to touch on real quick? Everybody else is like probably more bit characters. Oh, Declan Barrett. Is he the cannibal dude? I think he's the cannibal dude. Let me see. Johnny French, Declan Barrett. Johnny French is from, pretty sure he's the cannibal dude. The Rock in the Sea, Soldier's Voice, I'm an Island, and Caveat. So nothing really that, most people would know. All right. And then turn it down just a little bit. Thank you. All right. So, okay. So spoilers a little bit here. I'm not going to spoil everything, but basically at the beginning of the movie, you see that Danny, I think, is the sister who's at the beginning of the. Oh, I skipped Caroline Menton. I should bring her up. Yana. She's kind of important. So she is known for nothing. She was in a thing called Altar Boys, a short called Altar Boys. All right, well, I'm not sure. She's in this. She kind of looks like, oh, I'm going to forget her name. Shoot. Anyways, she looks like another actress. Maybe that's kind of what got her into this. I don't know. Anyways, she plays a character named Yana. Okay, back to Carolyn Bracken's. Danny it's at the beginning of the movie. She's married to Ted Timmis, the Gwilym Lee character, and she's on the phone with him, and she's out at this estate that they purchased that they're renovating, and she's gonna stay there overnight and do some work, and then go to sleep and get up, and doesn't have the greatest phone service in there. At some point, she's looking for her phone again, and she goes out to her car to look for it, leaves the door open as she goes out to the car, looks in the car, doesn't find it, hears a noise, runs back into the house and closes the door, locks it, and is just kind of standing there, and she's hearing some noises outside. And there's not like a porthole, but like a sliding little thing in the door, kind of like a sliding window. And she opens it, and there's a man out there who has one dead eye. His I don't know if it's a glass eye. Yeah, it's like a kind of like a glass eye, like a cover at least. And scars, and he looks like your typical bad guy. That guy is played by Tadag Murphy, right? And he's trying to tell her that someone snuck into the house while she was looking in her car, and he's trying to help her. But he seems like the bad guy, right? And so So he's trying to convince her that he's not, that he's trying to help her, and it ends with what sounds like he's convinced her to let him into the house. Sorry about that. Cuts away 5 years, I think, in the future, and she obviously died that night, and her husband is still working at the hospital, and her sister is a blind psychic, and the actress again playing both a non-blind woman and a blind woman and different personalities did a great job. And basically she's trying to figure out what happened to her sister, and her husband gets, because the guy who was at the door ends up dying or being killed, and they find his glass eye and they give it to the husband so that he can dispose of it or whatever, and he brings it to the sister Darcy, and Darcy is able to hold it and like psychically like see things, but I don't think the husband doctor guy believed that or thought it was going to happen. But anyway, so she starts seeing some things and she realizes that things aren't what they seem to be. You get a flashback to the night in question, and the lady actually doesn't let him in. He tells her that he will run as fast as he can to try to get help, to get the police, but that if she hears anything inside, she should take off. Oh, it wasn't her phone, because her phone she has, I think, but it doesn't have service. She was looking for her keys, I think. Anyways, either way, she couldn't run to her car and just get into her car and leave. And then, so he takes off. She closes it up. She hears some things. She had a camera set up to try to capture, to see if there's like ghosts, right? Or, see if they could capture any sort of paranormal presence in this old mansion-y thing. So the camera was going off. So she goes to the camera, she grabs it, and she realizes that there is someone in the house. But she doesn't realize that until she puts herself in a tent. That's really weird. Puts herself in a tent, realizes there is someone else in the house, is looking to try to escape, trying to unzip the tent, and as she goes to unzip it, obviously the guy pokes his head over the tent. He's in the house, and yeah, he kills him. It's a guy with a mask on. So that's the flashbacks. You realize it's not the guy with the glass eye that killed her. It's some other dude. And then the mystery of it is figuring out what happened to, who did it, what happened. I'm not going to spoil everything, but you find out who did it, why, what happened, and there is some supernatural stuff, because the psychic lady not only is a psychic, but she has also created this wood dummy doll thing, full size dummy. There's some ghost stuff that happens. It's a bunch of stuff that happens, really. And the dummy is like a ghost goes into the dummy or something, or it's animated somehow. It's like a golem, if you know that term. And it's able to attack and kill some people. Anyways, so lots of stuff happens. You should watch it. Watch it on some streaming. If it's still in the theater, check it out. It was definitely worth seeing in the theater. I had a great time with it. I really enjoy these type of movies. And if you do too, go check it out. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good day.